Every year, millions of people gather in one place, dressed in identical white garments, to move together in a massive, unified tide. It is one of the largest synchronized human gatherings on the planet. To an outside observer, these massive physical spectacles can look like highly choreographed performances or disconnected symbolic acts. But every step taken, every stone thrown, and every drop of water consumed here has a precise, literal origin. These millions of people are physically reenacting a story of intense survival and ultimate triumph. To understand these modern mega-events, we must look at Prophet Ibrahim, his wife Hajar, and their infant son Ishmael. The millions circling the Kaaba today are retracing the most agonizing moments of this single family's life. The origin of these rituals starts with a devastating command. God instructs Ibrahim to leave Hajar and their newborn baby Ishmael completely alone in a barren, uninhabited valley in Mecca. They have no shelter, no community, and a rapidly dwindling supply of water. As Ibrahim turns to leave, Hajar asks if God commanded him to do this. When he confirms it, she makes a profound calculation. If the Creator put them in this desert, He will not abandon them. In Islam, this is the expression of tawakkul, absolute trust in the divine. But trust requires action. When her water runs out and her baby begins to cry from dehydration, Hajar sprints. She runs back and forth between two rocky hills, Safa and Marwa, 7 times, frantically scanning the desolate horizon for any sign of help. When you watch pilgrims today moving through this enclosed complex, you are watching them honor her exhaustion. This ritual is called sa'i, and it requires millions of people to physically cover the exact 3.15 kilometers she ran. Hajar's search ended when an angel struck the earth, bringing forth a sudden spring of water. Today, these pilgrims are drinking from that exact same source, the Zamzam well, which has been flowing ever since. The ritual of sa'i proves that absolute trust in God demands grueling, active human effort. The miracle follows the work. Years later, the family is reunited, but Ibrahim faces a terrifying new trial. He receives a vision in his sleep, a direct divine command to sacrifice his beloved firstborn son. Look at this excerpt from an Islamic curriculum outlining the event on Mount Arafah. While some historical scriptures debated the identity of the son, Islamic consensus establishes that it was Ismail who was intended for the sacrifice. As father and son make the agonizing walk to fulfill the command, they are confronted. Shaitan, or Satan, appears in their path 3 distinct times, whispering doubts and trying to exploit a father's love to trigger disobedience. Ibrahim answers these whispers with physical defiance. He gathered stones and threw them, driving the tempter away through a direct, outward rejection of the evil thoughts. That act of defense is why this crowd hurls pebbles at these central stone pillars today. It is a ritual known as Rami al-Jamarat. These pilgrims are physically manifesting a mental battle. Rami demonstrates that faith requires the active, aggressive rejection of temptation and doubt. When they finally reach the summit, Ibrahim reveals the task to his son. Ismail offers his own peaceful submission to the decree, telling his father to do exactly as he is commanded. At the exact millisecond of ultimate obedience, God intervenes. A voice calls out, stopping the blade. The boy is spared and replaced by a ram to be sacrificed in his stead. God never required human blood. The command was solely a test of the heart, proving that Ibrahim's submission to the divine outweighed his deepest earthly attachments. That substitute ram is the foundation of Eid al-Adha, the global festival marking the end of the Hajj. To honor Ibrahim's devotion, Muslims perform qurbani, the ritual sacrifice of livestock. This is a highly regulated act. These sheep must meet strict eligibility criteria, including a minimum age of 1 year and a complete absence of physical defects, such as blindness or broken horns. The meat is subject to a strict distribution rule to prevent waste and ensure equity. 1/3 is kept for the immediate family. Another third goes to extended relatives and neighbors. The final third is given entirely to the poor. On the days of Eid, this charitable mandate creates a massive logistics operation. Millions of tons of high-quality protein are handed directly to vulnerable populations, providing sustenance to people who might otherwise go hungry. The legacy of Ibrahim's family defines sacrifice as a catalyst for spiritual growth and a mechanism for community survival. By surrendering personal comfort, the believer builds a foundation of collective strength and solidarity.